What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Train Sim World 2, and we are taking a look at the Boston Sprinter DLC today, part of the Rush Hour series. And yes, we have picked up the Boston Sprinter, and we are going to be taking a look at the introduction scenarios today. So today we're going to be with the MBTA, Massachusetts Bay Transit Authority, and we are going to be learning how to drive the F40 PH-3C and the CTC-3 cab car. And then the next episode, we will look at the ACS-64, since we've already looked at that, but unknowing if there's anything different from the previous version of the ACS-64. I doubt it though, but you never know. So let's go ahead and hop in here, and let's go ahead and learn how to drive the F40.
Welcome to driver training. Today you will be taken through the operation of an F40 PH-3C in MBTA livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the critical driving controls and passenger operations. When you are ready, climb aboard to get started.
One thing I do want to mention though is that a lot of lagging, but Dovetail actually did an amazing job on this F40 PH. One of the first F40s for this game, along with these like single level coaches here. But the amount of detail and everything on this locomotive actually looks pretty phenomenal, in my honest opinion. I love that they went down to the LED headlights and ditch lights and marker lights up there. Just phenomenal detail, and we'll kind of go around the locomotive here as well. Old MBTA, I believe this is the newer livery for their F40s, if I'm not mistaken. But yep, there it is, Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority. And we also have the cars that, doors can open and all of that fun stuff. Here's a look at inside of the coaches here before we actually get into the locomotive here. Not sure if it's prototypical to actual MBTA. I believe it will be though, but I'm not too sure. But passengers are not permitted to ride in the vestibule. All of that fun stuff, and there is a lot of lagging going on for sure. But yes, very cool. Very cool stuff indeed. I think there should be a button or something for the doors, but I don't see one. Maybe there's not. We'll go ahead and get out of here. But if you notice, the sounds are a little glitchy, and I have noticed that in other Facebook posts about this DLC, is that you guys can hear no sounds when you're on board in the vestibule, but then when you step outside, yeah, so there are some sound glitches on this DLC. We'll go ahead and shut that door. There we go. And let's go ahead and hop aboard the F40 here. Okay, so also one thing you will notice is that it is a little bit glitchy getting into the locomotive sometimes. We'll go ahead and shut the door, and we're going to sit in that engineer seat.
We'll need to start the engine before we can get moving.
But taking a look, guys, very cool. We got the old ASCES, I believe, or ATC. Yeah, both of them right here. We can open the windows, open the doors, sunshades, all of that fun stuff. TMS screen up there. Very cool indeed. Let's go ahead and turn the battery on. And then we want to set the radio fuse to on. And then we shall hold the engine start for 4 seconds. There we go.
The HEP engine is a smaller, secondary engine to provide power to the coaches for lighting, air conditioning, and heating. Let's start this now.
Let's go ahead and close that fuse cabinet. We'll come over here, head out to a HEP. We'll go ahead and start the HEP. Let's go ahead and turn on the power to the HEP, and it wants to be Long Hood Trail. And then that gets set to run. And then now we got to do the train line to cut in. And then I believe we have to set it to leader dead. And then pass our engine run to on. Pretty standard stuff to starting a locomotive. EP brake control to on. And then insert the reverser.
To make sure we can be seen, we'll need to set the lights.
Gotta set the lights, I understand. Turn it to bright.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
And look at that, the lights are on and everything, very cool. And nice LEDs. We can also, you know, do the typical Train Sim World stuff and dim them as well, which is nice. They want us to unlock the doors. We'll go ahead and unlock all the right doors. I believe we could turn on the marker lights as well. So there's step, there's gauge. Maybe we can. I don't see why we couldn't set the marker lights. Maybe we have to do it from here. Yep, front marker lights on. You don't need engine room. Front number board lights on. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. Yep, look at those marker lights. Looking nice, mighty fine. Alright, so yes, that is true. There we go. We can turn those off. Number board lights are still on. They want us to lock the doors now. You can see the doors closing back there. Very cool.
The reverser determines the direction of travel.
I understand that. Like, I've been playing this game for a long time, so I understand reverser is the direction to travel. We're going to go ahead and release the brakes here. Now we'll set these to bright.
This train is now ready to depart. Use the throttle to apply power and get moving.
And it's one nice thing, though. As soon as you set the bell, ditch lights start flashing. Except the horn turns the ditch lights off, which is kind of odd. But here we go. Start the power. You guys heard the horn there. The bell sounds really good as well. Not your typical dovetail, you know, garbage sounds that they have. Actually sounds really good. Here's the sound of the horn from inside the cab. That actually does sound very good. Go ahead and turn those off. Make sure we got marker lights on the rear, which I don't think we do. Nope, we don't. That's one thing we forgot to set, but oh well. We got a clear signal. Look like a clear signal. And as you can see, it is snowing outside. I think this is the first DLC to feature snow in Train Sim World, where, you know, snow is a main part of the DLC. And that is because in a majority of the scenarios, snow is a big part of the DLC. So that is a nifty feature. Let's go ahead and put the independent brake on so we can slow her down to 10. There we go. Alright, so they want us to stop at the Boston Bay track, or Boston Back Bay track. Let me actually turn the gauge lights off. I feel like the gauge lights are a little too much right now in the daytime. We can see the gauges pretty well. Don't need no gauge lights. Windows open, doors open. We can't open the engine doors, unfortunately. But here is a look at the other side. Fuses and torpedoes, a first aid kit, another door, more windows, your emergency brake valve, and then I don't think this opens. No, that doesn't open. That's probably to the restrooms and all of that fun stuff. But if you guys are wondering why we didn't have to set it from freight to passenger, and that is because this is only a passenger locomotive, so we don't have to go in between freight or passenger because it's only going to be used on passenger services. So it's not like, you know, the CSX GP40s that can be. So wait, you're telling me speed limit's 15, but I can only go 10? That doesn't make any sense. There we go. So now it's saying we're third. There we go. I was about to say. So now ATS, or the speed limiter, is saying it's 30, even though technically it's saying it's 15 on our end. I don't know. It's not calibrated properly, I'm assuming. Or do I have to wait until the full train clears for it to become a 30? I don't know. I'm just going to go by what this says, because this says I can go 30, so I'm just going to go 30. Oh, so yeah, I'm guessing you have to wait for the full train to clear to go the 30. But yeah, guys, this, like I said, is part of the Rush Hour DLC. You can actually purchase all three of them by getting the season pass, or you can purchase them individually. That is what I did, just purchase this one individually. And you do get, the Boston MBTA F40, as well as the, coaches, the single level coaches, and you do get the ACS 64 plus amphitheats. And it basically is a 49-mile route from Boston to Providence. So we got 49, almost 50 miles of driving to go along with this route. Even though a lot of the scenarios don't feature the entire route, I don't believe. But we will definitely be taking a look at those here soon.
You are now approaching Boston Back Bay. Use the automatic brake to apply braking force and slow the train down.
Understood. Using automatic brake, apply the brakes, blah, 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 blah. Go to minimum reduction here. Got another MBTA service leaving the station as we're entering. It looks like on a stop signal. That's nice. They had us enter on a stop signal. Okay, so they want us to stop in that little area right there. Oh, look at that dude sitting down on that bags of stuff, or like bricks or something, whatever that is. Alright, Boston Back Bay Track 3. They want us over there. We'll go ahead and stop over there. For this, we'll turn the gauge lights on because it actually got really dark in the cab. Alright, so they want us about 65 yards. Let's go ahead and put the service on and stop our train here, shall we? Okay, so I have no idea what happened, and that was an actual first for me, but my game ended up crashing before I even stopped at the platform. So that was a new thing for me since this game has never crashed on me. So I'm not too sure what's going on with that, but I have heard a lot of issues with crashing and stuff with this DLC. So it might just be something with the DLC. I honestly have no idea. But one thing I did want to show you guys, and I actually found this out right now, is look how bright this cab light is, though. It's like a bright LED cab light. Like, Jesus. Seeing that thing at night, you will not... Yeah, this cab will be lit up at night. I was going to tell you that right now. But yes, I honestly have no idea why it crashed. We're just going to go ahead and stop the train right here. And hopefully it doesn't crash. Let's go ahead and unlock the doors to the left here. And we'll put you into dim. And there is a parking brake back here. Parking brake set, parking brake release. And we do have ACS and ATC fuses in here as well that you have to set to on. So it'll be alerter control, a safety devices switch, and then safety devices switch, or warning devices switch down here as well if you guys want to have the full ATC, SCES software equipped and everything. Oh, time to go ahead and lock up the doors, man. I believe this is the end of the training scenario.
On the way to Ruggles, we will perform a test of the emergency brakes.
Oh.
When you're ready, apply power to continue the journey.
Okay, so we're going to have a test of the emergency brakes as well. Very cool. This is kind of different. We've never done a emergency brake test in an introduction scenario before, so I don't really know what to expect. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have no idea what to expect. And this is exactly where we would need the cab light. Or not wiper, cab light, maybe. That's window. Son of a gun, man. We got gauge lights. Whew, it is dark, dude. There we go. I'm going to turn on the cab light real quick because that is dark. Alright, we set the ATSCS software. Can we turn the cab light on over here? We're gonna need that cab light, man. That was dark. I was having troubles finding the cab light. So I'm wondering where we're gonna do this emergency brake test at. Hasn't told me anything as of yet, so it says Ruggles 0.6, so hopefully it's before that.
We will now begin the test of the emergency brake. Move the automatic brake into emergency.
Okay. Set throttle to idle. Done. Wait for the train to reach to a complete stop.
Now the train has stopped, we can begin to recover it.
Reverser to neutral. And
Apply the independent brake while the automatic brake recharges.
okay, while the automatic brake recharges, set that one to release. Wait for the brake pipe to recharge, which is that white one right here. There it goes. You guys can see the brake pipe is recharging, as well as the equalizing reservoir. Reverser to forward, and then release the independent.
Now that our brake pressure...
Okay, understood. And let's go ahead and apply the throttle here. That's really cool, though. I mean, look at the ditch lights. So they flash when you have the bell on, and then look at when you sound the horn. That's actually really cool that they thought of that. Like, that's different. It's like winking at you. That's really cool how they thought of that and scripted that. But the thing that's weird, though, is like when you have the bell on, you sound the horn, the ditch lights shut off. So it might just be an MBTA thing. I don't know. But I know on a lot of passenger trains, especially including Norfolk Southern and CSX locomotives, you sound that horn, the ditch lights are automatically going to flash. So I'm not too sure, but that's actually really cool that that feature is listed in there. And I really cannot wait for the sounds of the cab car to come into play here when we take a look at that in the scenario. But right now we're going to approach Ruggles, and we're going to go ahead and stop there and probably end this scenario if I'm not mistaken. So here we are coming into Ruggles. And you guys will notice there is a screen up here just like on the Caltrain DLC. That does not work. So I'm not 100% certain what's going to be that screen is for, unless it's for like the PTC stuff. I have no idea. But we're going to start applying the brake here for our platform stop because we are coming up on it pretty quickly. And we do have a lot of folks here. I will say that. We do have a lot of folks getting on the train over here, it looks like. I think that was a pretty decent stop, if I say so myself. Let's go ahead and unlock the doors. Dim the headlights and reverser in neutral.
Good work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
Awesome. So we ended up finishing that one. Took us 15 minutes. F40 PH3C MBTA. And we are now 5, Boston Sprinter level 2, and F40 number 2. We got an achievement, top of the class for TSW2, unsure what that is. But right now we'll go ahead and take a look at the cab car, and we'll go ahead and drive that.
Welcome to driver training. Today you will be taken through the operation of a CTC3 cab car in MBTA livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the critical driving controls and passenger operations. When you are ready, climb aboard to get started. Take a seat in the engineer's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
Alright guys, so here we are in the CTC3 cab car. Let's go ahead and open up this door here real quick. Hop right in. Let's go ahead and sit in the engineer seat.
The cab car is powered by the F40 PH-3C, and we will need to set it to be the active driving end.
Understood. God, this game always lags for me, and I don't have no idea why. Generator on, engine run on, EP brake control on. And now the reverser goes to neutral, which is right here.
To make sure we can be seen, we'll need to set the lights.
Set headlights to dim. Cutoff valve goes to passenger.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
Yeah, everything looks safe. I don't know what they mean by check to see if everything's safe, but let's go ahead and unlock the left door. Alright, front marker or rear marker lights are on the locomotive. Let's go ahead and head back to the cab car and let us start this MBTA journey. Go ahead and shut this door here. Let's go ahead and sit in the engineer seat. That door is shut. Lock the left doors.
This cab features an in-cab signaling system. Upcoming speed limits will be displayed on the ATC panel. The reverser determines the direction of travel.
Understood. Set it to forward. Go ahead and release the brake.
This train is now ready to depart. Use the throttle to apply power and get moving.
Man, that brake pressure was loud, wasn't it? But let's go ahead and do this. Set the headlights to bright. And I'll let you guys listen to the horn here in a second. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. This DLC actually has a very good sound set to it, and I actually really enjoy how somewhat realistic the sounds actually do sound. So I really do enjoy that. Make sure we don't get no wheel slip on today. We are in the cab car departing on a clear signal, and I believe it is 20 or about 30 miles an hour as of right now. Yep, so speed limit is 30, so we shall be doing that. But yeah, guys, getting another look here at the cab car. Very nice, kind of single level cab car. Basically reminds me of a Horizon coach that Amtrak has. Even though they don't have the cab car variant. But that is pretty much what it looks like. And then, of course, you got the MBTA coach cars as well that are not the cab car. So the cab cars is 15 series and the coaches is 500 series. Makes perfect sense. But yep, so it looks like it is now a 60, even though the HUD is still showing that we go 30. We're just going to go 30 just in case. We got about 5.3 miles till we hit South Attleboro anyway. So yeah, that's going to be a fun one. I'm not too sure if this is going to be the exact same thing as to where we end up doing an emergency brake application and all of that stuff. I don't know. Dim the headlights for the Amtrak service there. There we go. Very nice indeed. But we will come to find out here once we get in more into the journey here. Looks like we are good to go 60 right now, so let's full throttle this bad boy. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, do make sure you hit the like button, as well as that subscribe button with the bell icon. As well as if you guys want actual notifications of when I do upload a video, do make sure you guys join the Discord server. There is a bot in there that posts every single time that I upload. And yes, if you guys also want to, make sure you follow me on Twitter, follow me on TikTok, Facebook, add me on Snapchat. You can even add me on Steam if you guys wanted to. Everything you need to know about that is down in the description. So right now, signal speed is 70. I did not actually mean to keep my headlights on for that Amtrak service, but unfortunately we did. Okay, so 70, we're only at 52, so we're good there. Sander, car sand, which I'm assuming is for the cab car. Headlights, cab heater, we'll turn that to high. Cab signal speed operations is normal. Cab signal acknowledge. Alerter reset, these are cab lights, which we don't really need that right now. Marker lights we don't need. Dynamic brake reset. Call bell, which I'm pretty sure is just an attendant call. Yep. PTT. Proceed as signals indicate. So we have radio mode. We have radio, passenger announcement, and intercom. Interesting. That's nothing. Those are nothing. Got a coat hook up there, and then a cab signal acknowledge pressed there as well. Very interesting that we have 2 cab signal acknowledge buttons on this cab car. Horn valve is right here. Very good sounding horn, I will say that. Got the MBTA yard over here, it looks like. Yeah, man. So far, I will say this. I am very impressed with this DLC. I really am. I was really not expecting much. Since, you know, the previous Northeast Corridor, all we had was basically the ACS 64 and then the Acela train sets. But yeah, I am super impressed with this DLC and all the new stuff that it brings. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the first DLC that actually features, you know, a route that's covered in snow. So that is something that is definitely new and improved. And I'm really excited to see where, you know, this stuff turns into. And all that fun stuff. So yes, the very first route to actually feature snow on the ground. And then, of course, you know, you can see the snow on the locomotives and all that, which is nice. Now, if only they actually have a snowy, like, you know, weather and stuff, where it's like a blizzard and all that. I feel like that would be very cool. I do definitely feel like that would be very nice. Oh, we got another service here. We got a lot of services coming in on that track, I've noticed. Yeah, that one's on a restricting. So signal speed is still set, or track speed is still 70, but the signal speed is, yeah. But I do feel like this right here, though, this F40 PH is the star of the show. And that is just my honest opinion. That the MBTA F40 is the only reason why I actually got this DLC. Not because it brings back the Northeast Corridor, but because I've been wanting an F40 in this game for quite some time. And they finally gave one to us. And they did a phenomenal job on the details and everything on it. And like I said, I think that the F40 is just the star of the show for this DLC. I really, really do. It is a very nicely detailed and modeled F40. And then, of course, you know, we got the passenger cars as well. And yes, that is just my... that's just my opinion on it. I feel like that is the main part of this DLC. Of course, the snow is as well. And, of course, having some other commuter railroad in this game besides having, you know, your Caltrain and stuff. So having some more commuter railroad is also a phenomenal thing. So hopefully they can bring MBTA into Railworks as well. That'd be kind of cool to have the F40 PH-3CT, I believe, in Railworks as well. That would be that'd be cool. We got about 1.2 miles left till our next station stop here at South Attleboro. Not going to be wasting any time here into South Attleboro. Got about a mile left to go. Coming in on a clear signal here. We can go up to 125 miles an hour, but I think our top speed is rated at 90. Coming in on a clear.
You are now approaching South Attleboro. Use the automatic brake to apply braking force and slow the train down.
I mean, I think that kind of, you know, makes a little bit sense to use the automatic brake when you're pulling a train. I mean, that's kind of typical to, you know, slow the train down. But then again, of course, you know, this is a tutorial, so it's going to tell me to do those kinds of things. Just get on the minimum reduction right now. I don't even see this platform. Oh, I see it now. Okay, it's way down there. It's way down yonder. But yeah, man, that F40 just looks so freaking good. It really does. That, like I said, that's just the star of the show in my opinion. Alright, here we are coming into the platform. We want to make sure that we stop just shy of that 20 yard sign, which I don't think we're going to, but then again, our whole train is now on the platform and we don't have to deal with that high platform. There we go. Let's go ahead and unlock the right doors. Put you into neutral and dim these headlights. Alright, locking the doors. Make sure the doors are locked. Put you back into forward. Start releasing you. Looks like the doors are...
On the way to Attleboro, we'll perform a test of the emergency brakes.
Okay, so it looks like we'll be doing another emergency brake test in the cab car. So we're going backwards. We don't want to be going backwards. There we go. I was like, I knew I set it into forward. Welcome to South Attleboro, 9:26:13. 9:26 in the morning. Yes, it is. All the clocks are synchronized together, which is good, which is what we want. I can actually open this door. Probably not while it's moving. Can I open that door while it's moving? So I can't open the doors while the train is moving. Makes sense, you know, safety reasons and stuff. So I do understand that. Headlights back to bright. Signal speed or track speed is 90, so we are good there. We can open these doors though. Oh. I did not mean to blind you. I apologize, buddy. I didn't mean to blind you. Alright. I have noticed a lot of services coming in on, I mean, technically right now it's right now it's only 2 tracks, but I have noticed a lot of trains coming in on that track. I feel like I hear another one coming right now. Okay, so they want us to do an emergency brake test here at Attleboro, or on the way to Attleboro. So we will do just that. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be maxing out here at 60 for our speed limit right now. 45 is now the signal speed. Let's go ahead and start slowing down for that. Keep the acknowledge that the alerter is on. So we are starting to slow down for a 45 here. It looks like it's actually a 30. Oh yeah, it is a 30. So I believe this is where we're going to start doing the emergency brake test to make sure that the e-brake actually works on the train. I believe that's what they're talking about. But I really am hoping that this is a new sign of things to come for Train Sim World. Of course, now we have the re-release of the Northeast Corridor. Even though it's not the same portion as the original in TSW, it is still a part of the Northeast Corridor. So right now I'm hoping that in the near future they end up bringing back the Metroliner cab car and the switcher that I enjoyed so much.
Test of the emergency brake. Move the automatic brake into emergency.
Moving it into emergency, I understand. Throttle goes to idle. Wait for the train to come to a complete stop. I understand, I understand. Alright, so the brake pipe has recharged. Let's go ahead and set the brakes to release again. Put you back into forward. And let us start this trip again, shall we? 2.5 miles to Attleboro. But yes, I am truly hoping that they do bring back the Metroliner and the Amtrak switcher that they had. And then hopefully in due time they bring the current Acela Express train sets, and within due time the Avelia Liberty. And maybe another cool thing that they can add into here is the older HHP 8 and the AEM 7, which they already have in, Railworks. So that'll be super cool to see. Maybe we can bring some of the older MBTA train sets as well, like the GP40s they have and stuff like that, and bring the the bi-level coaches that they own as well in due time. That would be freaking cool to see. So, you know, we just got to wait patiently and see what Dovetail announces. I know that they just released a couple Eastern routes for Railworks, which is, I believe it has stuff to do with like the chassis system and all that. So I believe one of those routes was actually currently just released a few days ago. So yes, we did have a couple Eastern routes released as of recent. And yeah, just moving forward, man. They've been on the West Coast for so long, and now they're just starting to move back to like the East Coast, and hopefully they start bringing stuff to like the southern part of the United States and the Midwest in due time. So that'll be something to look forward to as well. Of course, there's also a whole bunch of, you know, modders that are out there creating new routes as well. So definitely got a lot to look forward to and for the future of Train Sim World 2 and Railworks. So definitely excited for where this journey is going to take us. But I'm going to wait till we get back down to Attleboro, and I will get back to you guys. Alright guys, so we got about a mile till our next scheduled stop in Attleboro. If you guys did enjoy the video, do make sure you hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button that is right underneath the video. Or if you disliked it, do make sure you guys tell me why you disliked it and not just leave and, you know, just hit the dislike button. Just tell me why, you know, tell me if I need to work on my commentary or audio or something. But yes, make sure you guys do that. Make sure you guys also hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. And all of that fun stuff. 0.6 miles left to go. Says the speed limit is 20, but yet it's still allowing us to go 40. So I have no clue what's going on with that. But HEP's on, brake is applied, PCS is open. Yep. I'm surprised they don't have like a door indicator on the cab car. Like right up here possibly above this little like box thing. Put like a door indicator so the engineer knows if the doors are open or if the doors are closed. Because I've noticed that on a lot of other commuter rail cab cars, and I'm just trying to figure out why this one don't have it. Alright, here we are coming into the platform. Looks like they want us all the way over there. This guy's over here on the yellow line, guys. Move past the yellow line, everybody. I don't want to hit y'all today. I'm not trying to hit anybody today. And it looks like we got an off-stop indicator here. We're all on the platform. That's good. Alright, 4 and good. Go ahead and unlock the doors. Keep you there. You are going into neutral, and you are going dim.
That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
Sounds like a plan there. Alright, so it took us 26 minutes, 11.71 miles, and we got 3,096 points, which right now we are currently level 7 in the YoAdrian, level 4 in the Boston Sprinter, and level 3 in the CTC cab car. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.